So let's talk a little bit about how to avoid these really targeted spear phishing campaigns when they come to you or to one of your family members or to one of the employees in your organization. One of the first things you can do is train your people to spot these types of attacks. If I hover over this address in one browser, Firefox for example, on my Mac, you'll see really small in the lower left-hand corner of the browser window. I'll try to bring this over a bit. If I hover over that, you'll see facebook.com and some address. Teach your employees, your family members to hover over these addresses and look before they ever click through. Never click through a suspicious email, especially when it has something that looks like this, facebook.com some weird number. Or if I look at this in Chrome, if I hover over it, notice it resolves down to the 10.0.9.4. If I open this up in Chrome, though, I'm not going to be able to hover over it and see it in the current version of Safari. That is, if I open this up in my Mac Safari browser, I won't be able to readily see that. But rather than click through any email anytime, especially if it has an urgent message, if this had said, Bryson, you're in some inappropriate pictures on Facebook, or I can't believe someone said this about you, or it looks like your account has been hacked, you need to log in to verify that it's you. All you need to do is come in your browser and type in www.facebook.com. The second thing that we need to do besides typing in the full address is check to make sure that it is secure, that we are using https:// whenever we enter our username and our password. It's a small difference in the URL, but it's a tremendous difference in the security of the website. This https Facebook or https:// and the name of your bank, that secure connection means that it is encrypted and no one can just pull your username and password from it. Plus, you notice that it's going to the real website address, not to a 10.0.9 or 172. something or another web server halfway around the world that's trying to steal your credentials. The next thing you can do is just bookmark those websites. So if I click my bookmark here and say I want to bookmark Wells Fargo or Bank of America or whatever your bank may be, if I bookmark it, the benefit to doing that is that all I have to do is come to my bookmarks and open up that Wells Fargo account, or come to my bookmarks and open up Facebook. From the secure login page, when I bookmark it, then I just come to my most important pages like Facebook or Alibaba or WeChat or whatever it may be, Wells Fargo, whatever your bank account information is. If you bookmark those, it will also help you avoid type squatters, which is or typo squatters. That's let's say that you typed wellsfargo.com. Well, if that company hasn't purchased a few extra misspellings of its name, then that might take us to a malicious website. I'm not even going to go to this site to see if Wells Fargo owns that one. Typos are pretty common when it comes to typing in websites, so type it correctly. Make sure you've got a secure website and then bookmark it so that you don't ever have to wonder if you're going to the right site. Never click through the link from an email, even if you hover over it and it looks good like our other one did here. That looked good, www.facebook.com something. Don't click through the link. Come to your browser and either type it in and make sure it's secure, or better yet, bookmark it so that you can come back to it safely in the future. You especially want to educate your family and your coworkers that if something in the email seems urgent, hey, you need to log in now to get this, or if something's giving something away for free, then you need to make sure to tell them never to click through the link, make them go to facebook.com and search from there, make them go to their bank site and search from there. Never click through a suspicious email, and be suspicious of every email, even when it looks like it's coming from a friend. If your friend sends you something that says, hey, it looks like you've been hacked, or somebody posted an inappropriate picture of you, or did you really say this comment on this social media platform? Because your friend's account may have been hacked. They may have fallen for something like this, and then someone sends you an email asking for money, asking for you to click through something. It can come from that other person's account, or it can be spoofed to look like it's coming from your friend's account. So you have to be really careful whenever you receive anything by email. If it's coming from a friend, why don't you just text them or call them, see if they're doing okay. Make sure that they don't need help in real life. But spearfishers, scammers, con artists, predators are getting smarter and smarter all the time. We saw just a handful of ways to make an email look like it was really coming from a social media website and not from our fake spearfishing server that we set up in Kali Linux. So you really need to be careful when it comes to phishing. Train your kids, train your parents, train your family members and friends, and definitely train your employees to look out for phishing. Remember, you can just click on a new browser window and type in the address directly. Make sure that it's secure when you get there, and you can verify that with the little lock and HTTPS. And then there are even, finally, a few tools out there. If you look for the Netcraft toolbar, this Netcraft toolbar will allow you to install an extension in your Firefox or Chrome or other browser window. This Netcraft toolbar will let you install an extension to Firefox, Chrome, or whatever browser you like most that will help you spot fake phishing emails a little more quickly. So if you get something and it's from a server that people know is a bad server, then Netcraft can give you a little advisory up here if you're wary of installing browser extensions, and I understand that Netcraft is a good one. And if I try to visit that http://www.facebook.com at 10.0.9.4 address with my Netcraft toolbar installed and hit enter, it says suspicious URL detected. The page you're trying to visit contains suspicious characters indicating that it might be a malicious site. That at 10.0.9.4. Do you still want to go there? No, we don't. And notice it says phishing site blocked. This phishing site has been blocked by the Netcraft toolbar. Very cool. So once again, phishing has gotten much, much more difficult to spot. Be careful with every email. Be suspicious of any email, even if it looks like it's from your bank, from your organization, from your email provider or your social media platform, or even from one of your friends or family members, because they could have been hacked themselves. Always look at those URLs, and better yet, either type in the URL or bookmark your favorite URLs so that you never click through a link in an email ever. And finally, if you want a little extra protection, you can download an extension like the Netcraft toolbar for Firefox, for Chrome, for whatever your favorite browser may be, and it can help you spot those bad URLs that you might try to click through in your organization. Sometimes these tools can go a long way toward preventing the types of social engineering attacks that we've been training about in this section. Well, I hope you've learned a lot about protecting yourself, protecting your organization, even your family and friends from social engineering attacks like spear phishing. Some really scary things out on the internet, but you can be safer by always being suspicious of emails, never clicking through those links in emails, especially if there's a sense of urgency or a sense that you're getting something for free or something exclusive. Always go out to the web browser and type in your favorite e-commerce site. Type in your bank account or your bank website. Type in your email account. Never click through those links, especially with a suspicious URL. And if you want an extra layer of protection, use a tool like Netcraft toolbar. I hope you've enjoyed this thorough lesson on social engineering in Kali Linux. We'll see you in the next section.